And honestly, you know what? I might as well just do I'll call this do in lowercase and then in capital letters, better, in 3 exclamation points, to part 1 and part 2. So, to go into what I was saying, you know, again, these rants are not the fuck about me anymore, because truthfully, I think I'm awesome. I think I'm gonna go many, many, many places, but because of my mental diagnoses when I was younger, and here's the trippy part, okay? These people, and I actually took the video down because I was so embarrassed about it, and I told myself if I made 200 to 300 subscribers, sorry, I sound stupid, I would, I just rush a little bit sometimes, but that I would release a newer narration of that story. But as of right now, I'm keeping it down because it's embarrassing. But to make a long story short, and to keep a lot of the details out of it until I get those subscribers, honestly, I bullied a girl when I was about 9 years old, and I was in like 4th, 5th grade. I can't remember exactly what grade it was, but I know I was 9 years old. And ever since they expelled me from the school, and they expelled me because of that elementary school thing I had done, you know, some rebellious stuff, like the mashed potatoes, like some small things. I do really regret the butter on the stairs and flooding the urinals, but and I'm not sure, but I think it's funny because I know those books weren't written about me, but those same exact things happen in a Diary of a Wimpy Kid book. I remember one of them, the mashed potato one. I think they flung mashed potatoes at the ceiling in that book too, because all kids are devious at some point. Not all, but just because you do bad things. My theory is like these people who are stalking my channel want to claim that because I destroyed a TV that I have a mental illness. I made a very, very logical statement that, hey, that wasn't hurting anybody. That TV was on the side of the road out for the garbage. I'd say out of all of my story times, maybe 3 or 4 ended up hurting somebody else. It's like, how am I evil if most of the things I have done have only been detrimental to my own life? You know what I mean? That does not make me evil. And I've learned I will never do bad by another person again. On God, on whatever this fucking world we live in is. Okay? Can guarantee it. And I made some smart points. They want to call me mental. And I get they're just trying to help. That they want me to stop making these horrible decisions. And they're right. I'm going to stop doing these bad things. And not only am I going to stop doing these bad things, but I'm going to go out there and get a real job. And then from that bottom of the line, $15 an hour, because I've already worked at 2 places and didn't get fired from either one. And now the third one, I plan on working at a 3rd place and staying there for a while. And I'm going to work for the state or go back to college. I don't know, but I'm going to advance my life. And with that money, I'm going to go on vacations, and I'm going to get this band going. I'm going to play live. I'm going to do good for the community, and whatever money is still left over at the end of the band's career, because eventually I do want to retire, and the end goal is to eventually end up being alone and retiring, but I do want to do a lot of good things before that, you know, and it took me overdosing to really realize the true meaning of life, you know, the true meaning of life. When my heart stopped and I robo-tripped, and I was in a different place when I was robo-tripping, brah. That shit was fucked up. That I realized the true meaning of life. I am, oh wow, that guy went by, it smelled heavily of pot. I love it. Oh, I love that smell. It's a wonderful smell. But no more bad stuff. No more. I'm only gonna hang around good people, you know, people who are not gonna bring the attention of the authorities, because almost all the things that I got in trouble for were because other idiots were acting out. You know, I'm still pretty reserved, and I am not a menace to society. I am not a fucking G.G. Allen. Hell, I love Phil Anselmo, but I'm not even a Phil Anselmo. I'm a very respectable person. You know, I don't do bad by people. I really don't. I really don't. But yeah, if you really want to start going places, kids, don't do drugs. Don't robo-trip. Don't do none of that fucking stupid shit. Don't hang around gang members. Contrary to what your big rappers and your big rock stars might make you think, hanging around dangerous people is not cool. It's fucking lame. And it gets you nowhere. Don't do that. And you know, and my channel, and the whole reason for me even making my channel in making my band is to give people who struggle, as I did in the past, to give people who were a bit lazy and a bit scared at first to go out in the world a booster, you know. As Slipknot says, you know, I fight for the ones who can't fight. And I love that line from that song, Pulse of the Maggots, because it's very true. That's the whole reason for me doing this, is to inspire people who are depressed and who have mental illnesses to carry on with their lives and to go out there and to prosper and to rise and to do great, awesome things. I want to see nothing from my fans but prosperity, good actions, and do what makes you happy, okay? Do what makes you happy. And don't let the gang members calling you fake or calling you a bitch or calling you a pussy change you doing good for those who do good to you. Don't become an asshole to please some gang member who isn't gonna fucking do anything for you in the long run, you know? Because I never was a bendover. When I was hanging around those people, they were terrified of me, because I was putting up a front, because I wasn't scared, but I was tense, because I know how they are. They like to steal, you know? I heard all the drama. I heard all the times that they stole from my friends, man, and I wasn't gonna let it happen with me. And they didn't get it. They did end up taking my card while I was sleeping, but they did it while I was asleep. They were pussy. They're fake gangsters, and they're going nowhere. They're going absolutely nowhere with their lives. Being a gangster, claiming Crip, claiming blood, you know. And the stupid thing about that is, you know, you have to be beat up to be sworn into a gang. What kind of monkey shit is that? And don't call me a racist, because I'm not. I'm not a racist. There's white people that behave like that too. It's monkey shit, and it's fucking stupid. That's not cool. Who wants to experience pain? That's fucking stupid. Fuck claiming. Fuck all of it. Unbelievable. You know? Don't let anybody who tells you that you got something wrong with you change you. You know? And then you can say, oh, Shane, well, you've done things to cause that to happen. Well, you know what? I have had very few people say that. Most people like me. I talk to upwards of 200 people a day on my Snapchat. And you see the trends that are going on around you. There's nobody but me who has started this. And then I think it's so funny, because I cause these trends to happen, and because I love myself, they're trying to claim that I'm delusional because I call myself a god. Like, literally, I made that a point. And she was like, oh, well, that's part of the mental illness, you thinking you're a god. I don't think that I'm a god. I know that I have flaws just like every other person. But you know what? I love myself. And that's where I call myself a god. I fucking love myself. I don't need no fucking bullshit, you know? And I hope that others can take away from my band, you know? I hope that others seeing me love myself will cause them to love themselves, you know? Or that even, you know, I've even said it before, you know, I love that so many people are getting in relationships now, because I'm single. Truthfully, I've been heartbroken so many times, I'll probably never simp or date again. Never. And no, don't call me gay. I still love hanging around girls, and I'll probably still, you know, have sex. But again, and that's the other thing. I don't like using people. You know, don't call me a player. I like to still have a connection with somebody. I'm not a guy who fucks and leaves. You know, I'm just not having relationships anymore. I'm over that shit. But I love that my misery causes people to be happy, and that's what I want. You know. So again, I'm gonna leave this one at 9 minutes as well. So peace, love, and happiness. I hope you take something away from this. And take it the fuck easy.